परित्याभ्यार्चुदिस्न्येग्रयम् हर्षात्वापि वन्देय च ये सदा हरिस्तातुम् बिभ्रद्रूपं हिरण्मयम् Paritya, having circumambulated, Abhyarchya, having worshipped, Disnya Agriyam, the transcendental airplane, Parshadhav, onto the two associates, Abhivandya, having offered obeisances, sure, also, he attempted, third, that airplane, Adhistatum, to born, Vibrat, illuminating, Rupam, his form, Hiranmayam, golden. With translation, before getting aboard, Guru Maharaj worshipped the airplane, circumambulated it, and also offered obeisance to the associates of Vishnu. In the meantime, he became as brilliant and illuminating as molten gold. He was thus completely prepared to board the transcendental plane. Please repeat. Before getting aboard, Guru Maharaj worshipped the airplane, circumambulated it, and also offered obeisance to the associates of Vishnu. In the meantime, he became as brilliant and illuminating as molten gold. He was thus completely prepared to board the transcendental plane. Purport by Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. In the absolute world, the plane, the associates of Lord Vishnu and Lord Vishnu himself are all spiritual. There is no material contamination in quality, everything there is one. As Lord Vishnu is worshipable, so also is associate. His paraphernalia is airplane and is a boat. Everything of Vishnu is as good as Lord Vishnu. Guru Maharaj knew all this very well. As a pure Vaishnava, he offered his respect to the associates and to the plane before riding in it. But in the meantime, his body changed into spiritual existence, therefore it was illuminating like molten gold. This way he also became one with the other paraphernalia of Vishnu Loka. Mayavadi philosophers cannot imagine how this oneness can be achieved even in different varieties. The idea of oneness is that there is no variety. Therefore they have become impersonalists. As Sisumara, Vishnu Loka, Durva Loka are completely different from the material world. So a Vishnu temple within this world is also completely different from the material world. As soon as we are in the temple, we should know very well that we are situated differently from the material world. In the temple, Lord Vishnu, his throne, his room, and all other things associated with the temple are transcendental. The three gunas, Sattva-gun, Rajagun, and Tamagun, have no entrance into the temple. It is said, therefore, that to live in the forest in the mode of goodness, to live in the city in the mode of passion, and to live in the brothel, liquor shop, or slaughterhouse in the mode of ignorance. But to live in the temple means to live in Vaikuntha Loka. Everything in the temple is worshipable as Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Om Ajnana-Timirandhasya Jananam Janashilata Chakshurjan Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Satpitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Paramam Vidati Swaparandikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta-pada-kamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Srikajatam Bhagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajam Shadvitam Shabadhutam Parajanam Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Shavanu Devi Pranamami Hare Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhevacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namaram Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Guravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschati Vijatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Gadadhara Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So today we are reading this verse 4:12:29. Dhruva Maharaj is about to board the plane going back to Vaikuntha. So you can see the symptoms of what actually transpires is also described very explicitly. It is not some mythological speculation or some, some some kind of imaginary manokalpana, So here it is explained the reality, how he is going to go on the plane. In fact, yesterday's verse, you can see even, we'll go back a little bit. The great sage Maitreya continued, Dhruva Maharaj was very dear to Supreme Personality of Godhead. When he heard the sweet speeches of the Lord's chief associate in the Vaikuntha planet, he immediately took his sacred bath, dressed himself with suitable ornaments and performed his daily spiritual duties. Thereafter he offered a respectful obeisance to the great sages present there and accepted their blessing. So you see how he behaved. So he was going to go up to the plane. He did not think, nanny, boo, boo, you all are going to stay. And he didn't do that kind of stuff. You understand? You see how he reciprocated. He went to do his spiritual duty. That means even at the time of death, you have to do your work. Sleep. Prabhu, I'm going to die, please don't disturb me. Let me sleep. Right? See how he did all his spiritual what? Duties. You follow? See how to the time of death, he's going to leave the body. He carried on his spiritual duty. Is that? He performed his daily spiritual duties. Yeah, you see that? That means this thing has to be continued. Even you finish here, it is also continued spiritual work. Not that you go to the spiritual world and say bye-bye to your chanting. Where that verse that shows that this is continued eternally. Nitya yukta upashate. Is that? Huh? 9? In this verse you see in the Bhagavad Gita, it is explained here. Satatam kitayanto mam yatanto cha dhrdavataha namasyanto cha mam bhakti nitya yukta upashate. Nitya yukta means what? It is continued eternally. Perpetually engaged, upashate, worship. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, this great soul, perpetually worship me with devotion. It is not something is temporary. You follow. Whatever you learn here, it is going to propel you to the spiritual world. It is not a temporary stopgap measure. No. You follow. Then he offered obeisance to the great sages and present there and accepted their blessing. That means he was devoid of what? False ego. You understand? So the more you make spiritual advancement, then this false ego should not be in the heart. What is that? That was Abhyapram Kalapram. What is that? This is from the Nectar Devotion.
Madhya 23.18.
23. Not quite.
Function at 4. You just click on the anywhere in the screen and then function at 4. And click anywhere in the screen.
Hare Krishna.
You can go to 23.17.
Right here you see this verse. Shantir avyartha kalatvam virakti, this word. Mana sunyeta. You see the word mana? Mana means what? Mana means what? Mana. Yeah? Ego. Sunyeta means what? Zero. You follow? Yeah? So these are the symptoms of one who is highly advanced or developed love of God. When the seed of aesthetic emotion for Krishna fructifies, the following 9 symptoms manifest in one's behavior. First thing, forgiveness. Is what? Forgiving. Second, concern that time should not be wasted. Detachment. Absence of false prestige. You see that? So Dhruva Maharaj exhibited this quality that he is going to go back. So he went and paid obeisance to all the sages, asked their blessing. And one more blessing, he is going to go back. See, still he was humble. You understand? This is the consciousness of a person who is making or made spiritual advancement. So their consciousness is very different from ordinary person consciousness. He is always trying to be self-centered, whereas a person who is advanced, he is more caring and concerned. In fact, you can see how later on he was so concerned that while he was going up, he was thinking of his dear mother. She is the one who helped me go to the forest and all that. You see, that's why devotee means the most important thing is that he is always caring for others. This is the quality, not just your immediate family, for every living being. It's a symptom of person who is actually, qualifies for the spiritual world. For one who is qualified for the spiritual world, see, this is the verse which we will study. Actually, we will go to this. The self-effulgent Vaikuntha planets, by whose illumination alone all illuminating planets within the material give off refracted light, cannot be reached by those who are not merciful to other living entities. See that point? You have to learn how to be what? Caring for others. Only persons who constantly engage in the welfare activities for other living entities can reach the Vaikuntha planet. So that means the Vaishnava means he must be always trying to do good for others, think good for others. Are you following? The second verse also, you see, next one. Persons who are peaceful, equiposed, cleansed and purified, who know the art of pleasing other living entities. Again, know the art of pleasing other living entities. So this thing of trying to be self-centered, full of false ego, it cannot work. If a person is caught with false ego, then he developed all his bad qualities. He developed all the what? Huh? Bad qualities. What are the bad qualities? Symptom of the person who has got all his bad qualities. One of the first symptoms is this. See that? The illusory energy of the Lord cannot take precedence. 5:13. Sorry. Yes. The illusory energy of the Lord cannot take precedence being ashamed of her position, but those who are bewildered by her always talk nonsense. Then absorbed in thoughts of it is I and it is mine. See this point? So when you get into the false ego platform, you always what? Talk what? What do you talk? Nonsense. See that? This is a person who is what? In mind. And then, being absorbed in thought, it is I, it is mine. It's only by my will, my work only, you benefit. You understand? I and mine. Lamentation, elation, fear, anger and greed, confusion and hankering, as well as birth and death, are experience of the false ego and not of the pure soul. So if a person is caught in false ego, this is how material consciousness, innate is consciousness. First thing, what is that? Lamenting. Iche divise samuntena, lamenting and hankering, this elation, fear, anger, greed, confusion, anchoring, as well as birth and death. You following? So Dhruva Maharaj, he transcended all these things. He came to the pure platform. So he became humble, he worshipped the sages, he was caring, not puffed up. Today, he circumvented the chariot. You understand? Why? Why he did that? Nama Chintamani Krishna Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purnaha Suddho Nitya Mukto Abhinatvam Nama Naminoho. The holy name of Krishna is transcendental blissful. It bestows all spiritual benediction, for it is Krishna himself, the reservoir of all pleasure. Krishna's name is complete. It is the form of all tranquil matters. It is not material name under any condition, and it is no less powerful than Krishna himself. Since Krishna's name is not contaminated by material qualities, there's no question of being involved with Maya. Krishna's name is always liberated and spiritual. It is never conditioned by the laws of material nature. This is because the name of Krishna and Krishna himself are identical. Similarly, Krishna's plane, Krishna's associate, everything is on the transcendental plane. It is not that Krishna's plane and Krishna are two different persons. No. That's why when a person comes to the temple, he sees the Lord, he sees the floor, he sees anything about him, it's all on the transcendental plane. It's not conditioned. Just like you go to Rath Yatra, when you see the cart, although the Lord is not there, the cart is good as seeing the Lord. Like example, Haridas Thakur, he could not go into the temple because he was being born as a Muslim. So he didn't want to go in also because it disrupted the social order. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu advised him, you look at the chakra of the temple, is as good as seeing the Lord. Are you following? Huh? That's why the temples are built high like that in India. Why? Everybody has low ground and the temple is the highest and everybody can see. So by seeing the temple dome, they get reminded of Krishna. And it's non-different from Krishna. You follow? So Krishna's chariot, Krishna's name, Krishna's form, Krishna's prasadam, Krishna's, song, everything about Krishna is spiritual. You understand? Maya cannot touch Krishna. Maya cannot. That's not possible. See here? That's why people who come to the Rath Yatra, they will come to the temple, right? They come to the Rath Yatra, they get some kind of a bliss. Yes? Why? Because it's transcendental. It's not the same as they go to the other festivals. Huh? You don't get that kind of happiness. Why? Because you're associating with the Lord. You follow? So it's explained in the Bhagavad Gita here. Echaiva Satvika Bhava Rajastamaschaye Mata eva titam viddhi natvamaham teshu te mahi. Know that all state of being, be they goodness, passion, and ignorance, are manifested by my energy. I am in one sense everything, but I am independent. I am not under the modes of material nature, for they on the contrary are within me. See this point? The Maya cannot touch Krishna. That's not possible. Maya cannot. We say, Krishna says, I am not under the modes of material nature, for they on the contrary are within me. You understand? Not that Maya is independent. That's not what that. But Krishna is independent. Maya cannot touch him. Maya has no jurisdiction on it. Whereas the conditioned souls, they are what? What they are? You see the position of the conditioned soul. Tribir gunamai bhave ebi sarvam idam jagat. Mohitam nabijanante. Those who are what? In moha. Nabijanante, they cannot understand. Mamebhya param avyayam. Deluded by the three modes, goodness, passion and ignorance, the whole world does not know me. For I am above the modes and inexhaustible. You understand this point? The conditioned soul is in Maya. He is what? He cannot understand. You understand? He is covered. His consciousness is what? Covered. He cannot see this thing. In fact, it is explained here. His position is very, very pathetic. This is the position of the conditioned soul. Naheka shichanamapi jatu tisthitya karma krit karyate ya avasyaha karma sarvaha prakriti jaya gunai. Everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities as acquired from the modes of mental nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. Te pishi tantra urudami bataha, tightly bonded by Maya. You understand? So when you are in Maya, you cannot understand. You cannot what? You cannot understand nothing. You cannot what? I think there's a verse here. 422. 422. I think it's 38. Let me see. Thirty-one. Alright, here you see this. Brastyati anusmritischitam jnana pramshaha smriti che tat rodham kavaye prabhu atmapa navam atmanaha. When one deviates from his original consciousness, he loses the capacity to remember his previous association or recognize his present. You follow? He lost. If he deviates from the original consciousness of being servant of Krishna, then he is totally lost. He doesn't know his previous condition. He doesn't. That's why people say, how we know? Who knows? Right? And then you tell them, you do this, you go, who cares? Why they speak like that? Because they're bewildered. The consciousness is what? Bewildered. When remembrance is lost, all knowledge acquired is based on false foundation. When this occurs, the learned scholars consider the soul as lost. You follow? So you cannot, if you are in Maya, you're pretty bad situation. But that's why he says, they don't know what to do, what not to do. They simply do something which is meant destruction for them. Everything ends in defeat. Everything ends in failure. For one who is not Krishna consciousness, one is in the mode, it is explained that everything he does is what? One is in Maya. A purified soul should see that because the conditioned soul who are dedicated to sense gratification have falsely accepted the object of sense pleasure as truth, all their endeavors are doomed to failure. You follow this point? So you see, this is the big difference. If a person is in Krishna's consciousness, the person is not Krishna consciousness. If a person is in Krishna consciousness, then everything is spiritualized for him. You follow? For one who is not Krishna conscious, the Maya covers him, and he doesn't know. He cannot understand. He's tired. And everything he do will become what? Failure. Everything becomes what? Failure. Understand? On the other hand, Krishna cannot be touched Maya. But again, you see, someone who surrenders to Krishna, you see, Hari ek nirguna sakshat. Hari is the no what? No guna. Guna cannot what? Purusha prakriti paraha. Sa sarvatra kupatrista tam bhajan nirguno bhavat. Again, you see another very important point here. Lord Hari has no connection with material mode. He is Supreme Personality of Godhead, the all-seeing eternal witness who is transcendental to material nature. One, see this point? One who worships him becomes similarly free from the material mode. See that point? In other words, if you come to Krishna consciousness, then you also transcend the modes of material nature. Are you following me? If you stay in the modes, it's going to be bad news. You're going to be tormented by what? Untold miseries. You follow? And and just now you read, for one who is in false ego, then his birth and death is what? It's going to be going on. So if you want to be coming out of this, then the first thing is to get connected to who? Krishna. Because Krishna is not in Maya, you get connected, you also get out of Maya. That's why Krishna also said in the Bhagavad Gita, he said, no, Devi Yesha Gunamaya, Mama Maya Duratyaya. 7:14, it says here, 7:14, Devi Yesha Gunamaya, Mama Maya Duratyaya, Mameva Prapadyante, Maya Metan Tarantite. Krishna says here, if you surrender unto me, you can also go over my Maya. The divine energy of mind consisting of three modes of nature is difficult to overcome, but those who have surrendered unto me can easily cross behind it. You understand? If you surrender to Krishna, easily you can overcome. Otherwise, Krishna, not only that, even you surrender to him, you see there is another karmani limpante. What is that? 4? Again, Krishna said here, another point Krishna is making here, Namam karmani limpante, name karma pale spriha, iti mam yo bijananti, karma birna sabhadyate. Again, Krishna says, there is no work that affects me, when Krishna is not in mind. Nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. It doesn't have any fault. One who understands the truth of me, about me, also does not become entangled in the fruitive action of God. You understand? So all these points are that if you become Krishna conscious, then you are free from all these tribulations. You understand this? And that means coming to Krishna, associating with Him. You understand? If you want to come out of Krishna's Maya, then the only way is to have, it's again here in this verse here, you see. My dear Uddhava, I am personally the ultimate shelter and way of life for sanely liberated person. And thus, if one does not engage in my loving devotional service, which is made possible by associating with my devotees, then for all practical purpose, one possesses no effective means from escaping material existence. This is explained here. Guru Maharaj's life story is short. That as a little boy he associated with his Guru Maharaj, his Narada Muni, correct? From Narada Muni he became purified, correct? Yeah? So now he became so purified, he's got out of Maya, he's going up in the plane. As he's going in the plane, his body also became golden, no more material body. Huh? You understand? Because everything is spiritual. Another point here, see? Iyayasya harhe dasya karamana manusagira nikilasva avastastu jevan mukta sa yuchyate. This is word jevan mukta. Translation. A person acting in Krishna consciousness, in other words, in the service of Krishna, with his body, mind and intelligence and work, is a liberated person even in the material world. Although he may be engaged in so-called material activities. You see this point? He has no false ego, for he does not believe that he is the material body or that he possesses the body. He knows that he is not the body and this body does not belong to him. He himself belongs to Krishna and the body too belongs to Krishna. When he applies everything produced of the body, mind and intelligence, works, life, wealth, etc., whatever he may have within his possession to Krishna's service, he is at once dovetailed with Krishna. is one with Krishna, is devoid of false ego that leads one to believe that he is the body. This is the perfect stage of Krishna consciousness. You understand this point? And this is exactly what Krishna consciousness is all about. Asking you to wake up, to chant, to associate with devotees, take Krishna prasadam, hear about Krishna. Yes, all this is, it is a scientific program. To what? Purify our consciousness. As we read, association with devotees, correct? It is so important. So once we associate with devotees, especially you see here, we have many times shown, once you associate with devotees, especially the spiritual master, one must conquer the mode of passion and ignorance by developing the mode of goodness, and then one must become detached from the mode of goodness by promoting oneself to the platform of Shuddha Sattva, pure goodness. All this can be automatically done if one engages in the service of the spiritual master with faith and devotion. And this way one can conquer the influence of the modes of nature. See, that's why we are also telling you have to have spiritual master. Yes? Huh? Why? If you don't have spiritual master, then you cannot come out of the modes. And when you don't come out of the modes, then what happens? Nothing happens. You'll be tormented with problem after problem after problem. Yesterday we are showing you that verse. Yes? (11:2). Yesterday we were showing this verse. My dear king, in the material world, the conditioned soul are confronted by death at every step. Therefore, who among the conditioned souls will not render service to the lotus feet of Lord Mukunda, who is worshipable even for the greatest liberated soul? Understand this? If you think that you can live with your problems, then all right, well and good. But you cannot. You cannot. It's going to torment you. Problem after. And then you get stressed. Eventually what you become? You become crazy. You become what? Crazy. Yes. Last lead to anger, to envy, to greed, envy, finally bewilderment of memory, then what? What? Madness. That is the program. You think that I'll just live with it. No. You have to make a solution. And there's no other solution than taking shelter of Krishna through the spiritual master. Then yes, the moment you touch or you accept the spiritual master, and by his guidance, Maya has got no more jurisdiction. Maya is what? No more jurisdiction. You follow this? Maya will leave you. The moment you come to Krishna, then Maya, that's why Krishna said, you surrender to me, you will overcome my Maya. You don't surrender to me, you cannot overcome my Maya. Like you see now, if they're peacefully living, then one big hurricane is coming. House is gone, everything is gone, water, flooded, everything. Why? You think you can live here? Oh, why this hurricane is coming? I'm peacefully living. Why? Can you challenge? Similarly, I was just talking to someone this night in the morning. I'm doing mining my day. Suddenly something is coming. Why? Why? What is that verse? In that 1, 2, Amesha Prodesh is another one. Srimad Bhagavatam, 1. What is that? Anachittam. Tada rajas tamo bhave, 219. 1 to 19. Here, you see this? Prabhupada explained this. Tada rajas tamo bhave kama lopa dayashchaye chetar eter anavidam. This is what? Chetar eter anavidam. That means what? It's always pricking you like a pin. Suddenly, pin prick. Something coming, something coming. Understand? Sittam sattve prasidate. As soon as the irrevocable loving service established in the heart, the effects of nature's mode of passion and currents such as love, desire, and hankering disappear from the heart. Understand? This pin pricking, chitter, etter, and it disappears. Then the devotee is established in goodness and he becomes completely happy. So there is no solution other than taking to Krishna consciousness. And success, like Guru Maharaj. His body became golden, he's going up on the plane. This is not story. People, it is factual. Fact. He will climb on the plane, but when he is climbing on the plane, death will come. You will step on death there and you will go out. Not caring for that. Now, when we say death, only sweating, this thing, passing through community. Right? Why? Fear. You understand? He was not fearing. Why? Because he's having Krishna. So we have to learn the example and put into practice, and it starts. Start by what? Start by what? Huh? Chanting. Chanting, is it this verse here in the Padma Purana? This chanting is so powerful that even if you were chanting with a lot of, that even you have so many problems, I don't know how you're going to find this verse. Where are you going to find this? The chanting of Hare Krishna is recommended for persons who commit offenses. Because if they continue chanting, they will gradually chant offenselessly. Even in the beginning, one chants the Hare Krishna mantra with offenses. One will become free from such offenses by chanting again and again. You follow? Nama aparad yuktanam. You got it? What? You follow? So see, this is the only means that we have to do it. Now you see, you wake up in the morning, you came to the temple. How much the mind is what? The mind is what? Free. Yes? I'll show you one more verse, a very interesting verse in the 4th canto. 4:30-35. You see that? Very nice verse here. You see this says here. When pure topics of transcendental world are discussed, the members of the audience forget all kinds of material activity, at least for the time being. Correct? Is it not? Now you had all your thing, heavy head, when you come here, what happened? What happened? Then the members of the audience forget all kinds of material activity, at least for the time being. Not only that, but they no longer envious of one another, nor do they suffer from anxiety or fear. This is how? Because where are you? Where you step out, oh, I hate this guy, with so many. Yes or no? Right? So now if you think, if this thing is giving me so much relief, why not I do this all the time? If I keep Krishna in my heart all the time, then what will happen to me? Will this thing come and disturb me? Huh? This is intelligence. Yes. Therefore it says, Smartavya Satatam Vishnu. Always remember Krishna. Huh? Understand? And then there's the next condition. What is the next line? Huh? Huh? Always remember Krishna. First line. Second line, never forget him. That means what? Vishmartavya na jatujit. Always remember Krishna. First line. Huh? Smartavya satatam Vishnu. Second line, don't forget him. That is what you have. You have no option. Yes or no? And in these two lines, all the rules and regulations are contained. That is all. There's no other avenue. If you don't do it, you get into Maya. You get into Maya, you get a problem. Problem torments you. Repeated birth, death, dying, so many going on. If you come out, you take shelter of Krishna, everything is set for you. Free now, golden airplane, golden body, you go up the plane and that's it, say bye bye, finish. What do you want? You understand? It's your choice. Whose choice? Whose choice? Our choice. No, Prabhu, I want to stay in the material world and deliver everybody. Oh, good luck. Deliver everybody. Yes, this is the illusion. You follow? Understand? What's the time now? Any questions or comments on this point? Audience, they've all gone. Yes? Question? Is there any question in the Facebook? No question, I think. Nobody is there, brother. Alright, I hope you understood this class. Huh? Yes or no? And if you carry on wanting to enjoy yourself, then it's going to be bad news. No problem. Can carry on dying and taking birth 1,000,000 times. Is there any problem for Krishna? Krishna is going to cry. Huh? Tell me. Yes. So better stop it. Alright, I'm going to close this class here now. Thank you very much.